Hi everyone, welcome to the beautiful River Kwai in Kanchanaburi, Thailand. It is amazing here and I am staying on this river and it really inspired me to do a yoga flow class today. So all you need today is a mat, maybe some water, your positive attitude. Let's do it. All right, team, let's start to flow it out here. So come to the front of your mat and stand real tall, shoulders down, spine straight. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale it out, inhale it in, exhale all the way out, and let's just start with some nice flowing movement. So arms come overhead, bend at the waist, fold all the way forward, flat back, so hands to shins, maybe a slight bend in the knees. Press that back flat, shoulders down, and go ahead and fold forward again here. You can adjust the feet if you need, they can be about hip width apart here. And let's just continue and do some of those back stretches, flat backs with some movement here. So inhale to flat back, exhale all the way down again, inhale flat back, exhale all the way down again, inhale flat back, exhale all the way down. Now let's just hang here for a second. So you can make your feet a little bit wider, grab opposite elbows, as you can only grab your opposite elbows, right? And now let's go ahead and just sway back and forth. Let the head hang, completely relax here. Bend the knees enough so that the chest and the thighs are meeting together. And just relax here. Do what movement feels good for you. Now go ahead and place the hands on the shins again, flat back. Fold forward. And let's come all the way up this time. So hands overhead. Bring it through to heart center. Slowly go forward. If you feel a little bit lightheaded, just make sure you take these movements a bit slow. Now, if you can, go ahead and place your hands on the ground. So you may need to bend your knees a bit more, or if you've got blocks with you, you can bring the ground up to you. And let's just get some movement in by straightening one leg and doing a slight bend in the other. So a little bit of movement here. You should feel this in the low back, hamstrings, probably down through the calves maybe. And make sure that you're just hinging at the hips. Trying to keep the back straight as possible. Keep that movement going. Great, go ahead and bend both knees. Let's go ahead and come up all the way again. Hands overhead. And let's bend all the way down. Hands are flat now. Bend the knees as much as you need and let's go into a plank. So wrist, elbows, shoulders are in line. Shoulders are down the back. You've got a nice straight back. You've got your abs engaged so that you're not sinking, but you've got a nice straight line, as much as a straight line as you can get. And just hold it here. Building a bit of core strength, upper body strength. Now from here, let's go ahead and shift the hips up into your first downward dog. So chest is towards the thighs, hands are firmly planted on the ground. The weight of your hands or weight of your upper body is between the thumb and the first finger. That'll help protect the wrist. And legs as straight as you can get them. Go ahead and press the chest towards the thighs again. Get a bigger upper body stretch here. Now let's go ahead and back into a plank. From here, we're going to go into knees, chest, chin. So drop the knees, chest and chin come down at the same time. Now let's roll through to cobra. So legs are zipped together like a cobra. Hands are underneath the shoulders, and you are peeling the upper body, so peeling the chest up with your back strength so that you don't even need to use your hands here. Chest goes forward like you have a string in front of you. And you've got a nice back bend and really engaging through the middle to upper back here. Go ahead and release that, press back up straight into your downward facing dog. Take a breath here. From here, go ahead and shift your weight to the left leg. Bring that right leg up in the air. And just bring it as high as you can. If this is as high as you can go, no problem at all. If you can bring it way high, do what you do. Do what works for you today, guys. And let's just go ahead and do some hip circles. So bend that leg, move that hip around. And now let's go the opposite way. Anytime that you need a rest or this becomes too much, you can always go into child's pose. Go ahead and place that foot down, walk it out a second. Now shift your weight to the right leg. Bring the left up as high as you can get it. Got your one-legged dog going. Now go ahead and bend that knee, kind of like a bad dog situation here. And then go ahead and do some hip circles. And now go ahead and go the opposite way. Wonderful. Go ahead and place that leg down. Back into your downward facing dog. Pump the chest towards the thighs. Get that nice stretch through the T-spine, through the shoulders. And from here, let's go ahead and take the right leg, bring it up. Now swing it through. Go ahead and help it if you need. And let's get into a nice forward lunge. So your hands are on either side of the foot. Back is straight, and you've got this lunge going on here. So with every breath, try to let your body sink a little bit deeper. Let the hips relax a little bit more into this stretch. Don't forget to smile. And now let's just go ahead and rock a little bit forward and back. Get some movement in here. Get the joints lubricated, flowing, just like this river I've got behind me. Go ahead and make sure that your foot is as wide as the yoga mat. With that right hand, bring it just on the inside here and let it sit even more. So this knee can fold open and just let it open and relax here. So really getting deep into the hips. If you need to drop that back knee, that's fine as well. That sometimes will help get a little bit deeper into the hips. If you're really flexible here, you can come down to the elbows. Just make sure you're not rounding the back too much. You want to make sure that your spine is as straight as possible. All right, go ahead and walk that foot back to the middle. Press up into your lunge. Now we're going to come up to a warrior one. So your front leg, ankle, knee, everything in line. Hips are forward. Your back foot is at 45 degrees out. And we've got the straight line here going from the upper body. Go ahead and bring those arms up. Hands, palms facing each other. Make sure you're not shrugging the shoulders. Take some deep breaths here. And let's go ahead and place the hands back on the ground. plank, knees, chest, chin, and let's come into a child's pose before we switch to the other side. Forehead on the mat, knees as wide as the mat. Relax, take some deep breaths here. From here, let's go ahead and start to push up into your downward facing dog again. Chest towards the thighs. Really feel the stretch through that upper body. And let's go ahead and work on our left side. So go ahead and bring that left leg up, swing it on through, give it some help if you need, and let's get into that nice low lunge. So hands can be on the ground. If you've got blocks and you bring the floor up to you, you can do that. Or you can just brace yourself a bit, propped up on that knee. But if you can get into this low lunge, really get into it and take some deep breaths. Let the hips open up here. If you need to drop the back leg, drop the back knee, that's no problem. Remember, back is straight, shoulders are down the back. No slouching. And let's just go ahead and rock forward and back a bit here. Get some movement in the joints. Now go ahead and take that left foot and bring it as wide as the mat. Left hand is going to come in between, or going to come to the opposite side of that foot. And then let the knee open up to the side. Again, just fully relax into here. You can drop that back knee if that works for you and if that's what you need in your practice today. All right, go ahead and walk that foot back in. We're going to come up to Warrior One, so go ahead and drop the back foot to 45 degrees. Knee, let's do this right. Ankle, knee in line, nice deep bend. Go ahead and come up. Hips are straight ahead. Go ahead and bring those hands up together. Palms are facing one another. Relax the shoulders. Take deep breaths. From here, go ahead and bring the hands down. Plank, knees, chest and chin. Go ahead and drop into a cobra. And this time we can go ahead and get into a little bit of a deeper cobra by sliding the hands a little bit further on the mat and then pressing up for more of a stretch here. So make sure that you still engage the core, still engage the lower back. Your legs are zipped up together, but you can press with the hands a little bit more and get more of an abdominal stretch with this one. Make sure you're looking forward, chest is forward. And go ahead and come on down. So from here, let's go ahead and push all the way up again. Downward facing dog. And from here, let's just go ahead and walk through to a seated position. So from here, go ahead and take your right leg and bring it into the inner thigh. You're gonna have your left leg straight out. And from here, go ahead and shift your upper body towards the knee. So you're gonna raise the hands up and then bend forward and see how far you can get onto that leg. So if you need to bend the knee, that's no problem at all. The one thing you want to make sure you're not doing is rounding your back to get forward on it. So just go ahead and hinge at the hips and go wherever your flexibility allows you to go while keeping your chest up and forward. We slouch so much in our daily lives. So what we're trying to do is reverse all of that while we're doing our yoga poses to make sure that slouching isn't included in our practice. Continue deep breathing. Go ahead and come up. Let's switch sides. So now right leg is out, left leg is in. Readjust. Your body is twisted towards your right side. And now if you need to bend the leg, no problem. But let's just go ahead and fold, hinge at the hips, chest is still forward, and go ahead and get into that nice stretch. Go ahead and come up. And let's go ahead and take the feet and put the soles of the feet together so that you're making a diamond shape with your legs. And then from here, hands can go to the feet. And forearms and shins are lined up. And let's just fold forward here. So again, you're still working on the straight back, no rounding, but just fold forward at the hips and see how far you can bring your forehead down to the feet without feeling the need to round the back. So shoulders are still down, back is as straight as possible. Relax the hips. Go ahead and come up. And let's go ahead and lay on the back. From here, make your back as flat as possible. So make the adjustments that you need to make sure that your back is straight and aligned against the floor. Now go ahead and take your knees and just drop them to the right. And then you can look towards the left and let the arms just go where feels best for you. So usually I just leave my right hand on the leg and I stretch the left hand out. So look towards the left. Relax into this pose. And let's go ahead and switch sides. So bring the knees together. Wiggle the lower back out a bit, that sometimes feels good, and then go ahead and drop them both to the left side. Now right hand comes out, look towards the right. And from here, go ahead and come back up. Together. Just go ahead and give yourself a really good hug here, knees in. You can round up, bring your chest up, your neck up. Really big squeeze here. And now just completely relax, take a deep breath. Go ahead and come up to a seated position, whichever way feels best for you. hands at heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope you feel much better after this practice, and I'll see you on the mat again very soon. Bye, everyone.